Sing Us a Song, You're the Piano Girl. Written by Lobotomy. Read by Arashi. Excerpt 1. Exchanging Letters.
Dear Amami-kun, dear Amami-san, to Amami-san, no,
With a sigh, Kaede leaned back in her chair, pen falling to the desk with a clatter. No matter what she wrote, her clumsy fingers always rendered nothing other than chicken scratches on the page. Absently, she retrieved the pen, scribbling dark little circles around the musical notes, adorning the corners of the stationery. Even if her handwriting were legible, would he even read the letter? He must already receive so much fan mail each week. Was he even as personable, in reality, as he had appeared on TV? It was so hard to trust anyone these days, after all. Was she even enough of a fan to send him a letter? She would probably just humiliate herself in writing to someone like that. After all, the past season of Danganronpa was only the first she had ever watched, and even then, she hadn't tuned in until the 3rd episode. She was definitely one of those fake fans she often read about in the 2chan threads. She had had no interest in reality TV, up until she had seen a magazine cover while poking around the 7-Eleven. A handful of young people posed casually against a dark background, each of them clad in odd outfits, making them appear as if they were all from very separate TV shows. Contortionist, sommelier, rollerblader, adventurer, meet the newest faces of killing, the headline proclaimed. The serene look of confidence, pleasant rather than smug, on the face of the blonde boy, stirred something in Kaede. She opened up the magazine, curious as to which of the listed talents the boy had been assigned. Although she had never watched the show, she had heard enough about it from classmates to know that the participants' titles were handed out to them as if they were attending a simple murder mystery game dinner party, with nothing more at stake than some laughs and accolades for the winner. The show was certainly popular, which, of course, meant that it likely wasn't very good, despite the undeniably appealing concept. Adventurer. Kaede had almost wished that boy, Amami Rantaro, had been the contortionist. That would have been interesting to see, what with his handsome face and all. What did it matter, though? It wasn't as if she watched the show. She couldn't bring herself to trust that TV programs wouldn't be a complete waste of time these days. As soon as Kaede returned home, she found the first 3 episodes streaming, and watched them without pause, her homework for the night untouched.
I'm writing to congratulate you on your living through the killing game.
Once Kaede was satisfied with the letter as she would ever be, she licked it shut, grimacing at the bitter taste of the glue, before taking it with her downstairs. Rifling through the junk piled up on top of the unused family photo, she managed to fish out the book of stamps, allowing her to send the envelope on its way. She had nearly forgotten about it 2 weeks later, until her mother announced the rare occurrence of Kaede having received mail. Dear Akamatsu-san, I don't always reply to fan mail, but yours really captured my interest. I'm happy that you could still write to me, even given your issue with trusting others that you told me about. It's also not often that I get a letter that isn't requesting that I appear again on the next season. I'm not allowed to confirm or deny anything about that, so it's kind of a pain to reply in that case, you know. As far as advice on trying out for the new season yourself, my first reaction would be to say, don't. However, your letter made it sound as if anything I were to say couldn't stop you. You sound like an interesting person, and I'd be happy if we were to meet someday. Although, hopefully, under safer circumstances than a killing game. I'd hate to see you kill anyone, or become a victim yourself. I think that deep down, you seem like a good person. Please take care, Akamatsu-san. Amami Rantaro. Hey, kid! You don't belong back there! We're going to wipe his memory again after we pick out the others. What's the harm in letting him watch? As the business suit-clad men bickered, Amami stood solemnly before the one-way glass, peering out at the girl seated in the chair. She was very pretty, what with the way her honey-colored hair framed her face, save for the frightening expression painted across it. Kaede Akamatsu. One of the men spoke into the mic, beginning the interview process. Amami knew all too well what the producers looked for in a new character. Every word Kaede spoke fit the bill exactly. His heart sank. At least he would be in good company, even if he wouldn't remember her when the time came.